you ready? Just kind of close your eyes, and I'll do my best to just read this in a way that you can very, very clearly see this in your mind's eye. And I know I'm going to say a man, unless I can remember to say a woman. A woman's mind may be likened to a garden, which may be intelligently cultivated or allowed to run wild. Okay, imagine that, a woman's mind running wild. Okay, that wasn't in there. But whether cultivated or neglected, it must and will bring forth. If no useful seeds are put in it, then an abundance of useless weed seeds will fall therein and will continue to produce their kind. Okay? We're talking about filling our minds purposefully, because left on its own, it's going to do its own thing. Every thought seed sown or allowed to fall into the mind and to take root there produces its own, blossoming sooner or later into act, and bearing its own fruitage of opportunity and circumstances. Good thoughts bear good fruit, bad thoughts, bad fruit. Men do not attract, listen to this closely. Women do not attract that which they want, but that which they are. She wishes and prayers, it says his wishes and prayers are only gratified and answered when they harmonize with his thoughts and actions. Okay? Her wishes and prayers are only gratified and answered when they harmonize with her thoughts and actions. Now right here, this is a point where it goes back to the star event at the yogurt story that we went to last week. Did anybody get to join us? Okay. And we had our and right after you guys left, the $4-time million-dollar sales director, Sylvia Cook, I'm so sorry that you missed it, shared with us. And do you remember what the $1 million slumber party, the 2 takeaways she had? Yes.
2 parties a week.
2 parties a week. And, do you remember what the other one was?
It was a journey, not a short, it was ongoing journey.
Okay.
A lifetime.
Close?
Don't focus on now.
Okay.
Wrap your mind around what this business can do for you.
Okay, that's your thought. That's what it was. The 2 things that she said, absolutely, because the 2 words and then all those others is what you just said, Teresa. Sue and Sue. So it was our thoughts and our actions is what takes you from what you are currently to where you are going to be. Now notice I didn't say where you want to be, because it depends on what you're thinking about. It's our thoughts and our actions. So I'm going to read this again. Her wishes and prayers are only gratified and answered when they harmonize with her thoughts and actions. So I've got a number of challenges in here. I've asked you to write some things down. I've asked you to take a moment and think. So, start today with belief. Spend time each day visualizing yourself where you want to be. Now, I will tell you what, when I was a new consultant in this and they started filling my head with this kind of stuff, I'm like, okay, yeah, right. I'll write that down. Am I going to participate in that? I am really not sure that I'm going to do that, right? It really didn't seem, okay, until I continued trying to do it my way and it not working, did I decide to try it her way, okay? That's why it took me 10 months to earn a car and 4 times to become a sales director, because I thought I'll take some of what she says and leave the rest behind. Now, if Nancy O was up here, she would tell you, just take what you want, leave the rest. Okay, I'm a different sales director. I'm saying, if you want more, do this. Okay? Big words. Take time each day, visualizing the end. We also know that words have a creative force behind them. Speak out loud those affirmations, and if you are not a masterful affirmation person, you can take the negative that's been going on in your mind and just turn it around positive. Your mind does not know the difference between what's actually happening and what can be happening. If you look at your date book right now, if anybody were to open it up and you see a whiteout, right, that means there's no appointments booked in there. Instead of saying, you know, your mind is thinking, I have no bookings, I have no bookings. But it doesn't know any different than if you were to start thinking, oh my gosh, I have 10 appointments on my books, I have 10 appointments on my books, I have 10 appointments on my books. Because what's going to happen is that you're going to be attracting that. Because I now believe I can visually see, visualize those appointments written in all those time slots, then it is that belief that will cause me to take action. Otherwise, I'm pondering on the weed seeds of lack. Nothing. Does confidence come from lack? Can you see nothing in your date book and feel totally confident, like, look at me, I'm amazing, right? But if you can visualize the next 2 weeks your books are totally full, wouldn't that give you full confidence to go out and do more, right? It's like, okay, I'm not sure if I can do more because I already have 10 on my books. It's okay, some of them will cancel. I promise you, you can do more, right? Okay. So, this is what we know. We start with belief, and we're going to take, what I have seen in these books is it literally says take 30 minutes aside to fill your mind, to renew your mind, read something, to change your process, visualize to see a different result, and start with that belief. And that will create an energy within you, because as you start visualizing, okay, I'm like working on $1 million sales director. Who has something that they're like, okay, this is me, but I want to visualize this. Shoot it out. Yes. Director. Yes. Car. Yes. National. Director. All of the above. Right? Goodness. You just make it through a week with $500 in sales. Right? I mean, somebody is like, okay, all of that is great, just give me the next step. Okay. Belief will create energy that will cause action, because now we believed it, we are excited about it, we're going to do something. That action, of course, will bring results, because do results come simply by thinking about it? No. Try that. That's the part of this right here that it says, answered when they harmonize with their thoughts and actions. Actions will bring results. And you know what results bring? Belief. Belief, right? And that is why we are so excited that you are here today. Because if for some reason you do not believe, because you had a week where everybody canceled, and in your mind you're going, everybody cancels, nobody's buying anything, but you come here and you're going to see the Queen of Sales for $1,000 a week, or you're going to call the hotline if you have one, and you're going to hear that, so-and-so just booked 6 parties. Oh my gosh, they do book parties. And that is why you stay plugged in, because if you can't, right this moment, muster up belief of your own, believe in the business based on what somebody else is doing, it does work. So whatever it takes to take that belief and visualize it, to allow yourself to create energy that will cause you to move, which is action, which brings results, which brings belief. Okay. So, in closing, we know this, that what you focus on increases. Short and sweet, from Rob Estes. What you focus on increases. Does that mean just good? No. No. It means good and bad. What you focus on increases. So think about it, what you're focusing on. Take captive every thought. Measure your thoughts. Am I thinking about the folder that's on my head? Or am I thinking about my dream and my vision? And what my life can be because of this Mary Kay opportunity? What you focus on increases. Okay, guys, we are done. Loving that, right? Did we learn anything? Woo!